Our Rotarian Vishwanath Mallabadi is a passionate eco artist. He does upcycling of waste. All the products displayed on the table are made by Mr. Vishwanath himself. I welcome you, sir.
Very, very good morning. I will focus my talk basically on upcycling. So anybody knows what is upcycling?
Using it for a better.
Just think about it. Recycling you must be knowing.
Using it for a better purpose.
Sorry?
Using it for a better purpose.
Purpose is one thing. You have to be a little more elaborate. What is it actually? What we do using all this waste? How we create a value? And talk about more specific to the engineering student. And of course, it will be used as a sustainable solution. So why upcycling is very important for our future generation. So pause for some time. You think about it. Before that, I'll show you one small video.
This and this are made from waste. Hard to believe, right? Meet Vishwanath Mallabadi Davangare, a corporate executive and eco-artist who makes unbelievable art out of scraps. His love for art was inspired by his father, D.M. Shambhu, a famous sculptor and painter. Hailing from Chitradurga, he was raised in New Delhi. Vishwanath was interested in upcycling from childhood, so he decided to pursue fine arts and applied arts from Delhi University. He later went on to work at Wipro in talent transformation, but even while he was senior executive, he was involved in research and development in eco-art. He'd use his weekends to conduct experiments in e-waste and try to develop unique art out of it. In the process, he would dismantle computers, laptops, data cards, DVDs, VCRs, floppy disks, set-top boxes, old landlines and cordless phones. Slowly, he started creating murals and sculptures out of the items and began pursuing the craft full-time after his retirement. He starts conceptualization after collecting the e-waste. Then he dismantles it, separates each part and segregates depending on its visual and aesthetic value. Today, he is on the lookout to buy e-waste from scrap dealers and recyclers, but he believes that even picking the right e-waste is an art. He uses only items that have scope for transformation like copper, gold or multicolored wires, keyboards and computer components that are useful according to texture, color and forms. The eco-artist has upcycled and transformed nearly 200 kg of e-waste to date. Vishwanath's incredible art hasn't just made noise in India, but also in Europe, the Netherlands and the US. Having made over 500 artifacts, he is extremely proud of his work. His most renowned pieces include a 6 feet tall sculpture made from upcycled computer keyboard keys on a mannequin, a 42 into 38 inch Kamadhenu created from upcycled keyboard keys on a sunboard, a deer made out of discarded multicolor cables, a bird made with electronic components, a working clock made of computer chips, and a swastika using 512 MB RAMs. It is astounding to know that Vishwanath has already collected about 2,000 discarded parts of mobile phones, remote controls and calculators. He is also working on a mural installation and 3D sculptures which he proposes to display in the Bangalore metro. Vishwanath spoke at the first International Data Science Conference on UN Sustainable Development Goals on putting e-waste to good use. He has also written a paper titled Upcycle for Sustainable Living, Complementing Circular Economy, which was published by Springer Nature Singapore in 2020.
So you give me any waste, like electronic waste or metal waste, plastic waste, I transform into a very useful and usable artifact. So you can see so many things I made. Some of my works which got recognized in Global Art magazine. This is one combination which is made out of laptop keyboard keys. So can you see the harmony and rhythm, the composition? This is one avatar, 6 feet avatar, again made out of keyboard keys and some waste wires. So each material, there is some characteristics in that. So shape, color, and form. So those things I highlight and use it for my works. So this is one very unique work which is I call it Future City. It's made out of 2000. Anybody want to guess? These are called heat sink to dissipate heat which is generated from the chip IC. So if you see each piece, there is a very characteristic. Can you see the design? You need to see in a very creative angle. This is one more I inspired by African tribal art. So I used flat ribbon cable and LED, some artist art. This is how I use my art and try to combine technology and art. My inspiration is my father. This is some of his work, classical work which he did in 1930s and 40s. How I use e-waste and then make them into a very useful upcycled artifact. So I collect e-waste. It could be any computer part, CD-ROM or floppy drive, anything you give me. You have to dismantle, segregate each part, put it into separate bins. You digitize those parts and put it into a digital archive. Then you start designing them. One work which is going on actually a magnificent cow. 20,000 keys are used in that and then created a very harmonious and very elegant cow. Similarly, there are some of them I got it to, you can have a closer look. E-waste is not only like restricted to the artifacts, I can create jewelries also. So you can see some of the jewelries with very interesting forms, colors. So like that, there are different parts you can get it from e-waste. So nothing goes waste for me. How I create this art using specialized tools. Some of them I create my own tools. This is a very unique example of using resistors. You must be knowing 10 watt, 20 watt resistor, which is hardly nowadays nobody uses because of nanotechnology. So those resistors are very unique and the characteristics of that, it's a very small bead kind of things. Blue, beige color and brown color. So which I used and tried to create this very famous painting of Vincent van Gogh. So this is 21st century version. So one more very interesting work I did for a zinc painting portrait. So basically I wanted to showcase the possibility of using this waste and transforming it into an amazing art. Similarly, plastic industry you can use it. Medical industry, a lot of medical waste generates, like for example catheters, syringes. Those also can be utilized and made into a very good art installation. India Talent magazine, they recognized my talent. Then last year, World Environment Day, I did one mural design for pollution control board. That's a world map. And then A3, they also recognized that I did some art installation. So there are a couple of notes. I think the list goes on and on. So recently I got the Hindu newspaper, they published my article. So some of my customers in New Delhi and Sustainable Research Climate Research Institute in Delhi, they got my works. I have very interesting project. 2 projects are coming up. One is I'm using 2,000 mobile phones and I created one art installation which is I'm proposing it to metro station. This is one very exciting project I am doing. Another one is a magnificent cow. As an engineering student, you must think of how waste can be reused, upcycling, and then how to make a sustainable world. That is my motto, and say, let's create a better world and upcycle. Thank you. Any questions?
How to dispose the e-waste? What I should do?
So you have a old VCR or you have a DVD or something which you are not using, like older mobile phone, no keypad mobile, nobody wants. There are authorized recyclers. They take your product and process it legally. If you want, I can share you the contact. Any other question?
What adhesive can you
and how they extend to the creative document? Very good question. I have been doing this, so I have faced a lot of problems. It's an adhesive property, no? It's a material science subject. Like you must have heard, Averlite is a super exciting glue, and like they are bond paste and lot of other things. There is one more glue which is you must try. Though the personally like it, why? Because you can use in like walls or even for my artwork also I use it extensively. See, the main characteristic is bonding, no? Bonding is most important. You can take up to 300 kgs of glue. It's such a strong glue. So for small things you can use glue gun. There are glues available which are transparent, like which reacts with the air and then create a bonding.